Hi. As you know, I'm a huge gaming fan, and today I want to talk about one that refused to die and decided to outlive the competitor, simply because it's good. In this video you will see what the game is like, how the community refused to let it go, and of course how it's doing now. Team Fortress 2 gave out mods of Quake and Half-Life. The game was originally a Quake mod developed by Robin Walker, John Cook and Jan Hofle in 1996. People loved the project and the judgment were made. A separate studio, Team Fortress Software, was created and the second game was planned. Valve decided to get involved and in 1998 TF Classic, a team-based expansion for Half-Life, was released. Walker, Cook and Hofle were also at the helm, but with Valve assistance. Team Fortress 2 was originally intended to be a military shooter, with the commander overseeing the battle and pursuing into enemy territory, but Valve decided to take a different approach. The game was redesigned several times. The graphics and design and garish, expensive and exaggerated, take on the style of old spy thrillers. The game features no strategic mode, no hierarchy, and everyone is all themselves. On October 10, 27, the final version of Team Fortress 2 was released as a standalone product through Steam and in retail stores as a part of the Orange Box. The release was followed by active support and updates that brought changes in the game. For example, class updates. I will highlight some of the most significant moments in these examples. Medic update on April 29, 2008. The Gold Rush update ended 39 medic achievements, 3 new items, Blue Sugar, Krieg and Ubersaw, and the Nomad Gold Rush. Added on September 15, 2009, increased the medic's buzz resignation rate from 1 sec to 0 sec and decreased the regeneration scaling from the last damage dealt from the 3x to 2x. Pyro. The Pyro update added 3 new weapons and improved the Hadouken taunt, making the first kill in taunt. The October 25, 2017 Jungle Inferno update added 4 new weapons for the Pyro class. The Team Fortress 2 team also held some events in the game. In additional simple events like the New Year's and Halloween, the game also had its own personal events that fueled the community interest in the game. For example, a demo against Soldier. The War event in Team Fortress 2 associated with the Demoman and Soldier classes. This event was announced on December 9, 2009 and released on December 17 of this year. The update features 2 competitional. In-game, when playing the Demoman or Soldier, a kill counter appeared on the screen, increasing by 1 point or each player killing enemy of their class. Each playing stats were added to the global counter, which was displayed in the update page. Propaganda contest. Users created propaganda posters for their chosen site, supporting the Blue Soldier or Demoman. The posters were then submitted to Valve to select the winners. To compose these winners, dominant players were added for the Soldier and Demoman. The Soldier win and the competition over. As a result of Soldier victory over the Demoman during the war events of Team Fortress 2, the Gunboard item was released for the Soldier, and the Islander Sword Charging Touch Shield were added for Demoman in this update. The most interesting, in my opinion, was the Sexy Awards. The Sexy Awards is an annual 3D animation competition run by Valve Corporation from 2011 to 2017. For the first time, the competition included 20 competitive categories. In 2012, the number of categories was limited to 5, and participants were required to use Source Filmmaker to create animations. Essentially, the awards were a parody for the Oscar, with players receiving a success statuette. Valve hasn't held another success awards competition since 2017. In 2021, the spam fans notchers decided to create the community success awards. After the Jungle Inferno update, the game froze and went into static for the quite a while. There are a number of factors that contributed to this. Legacy project. The project was quite old and developers wanted something new and more promising than the old game. difficult to change code. Many developers who work on the game during the heyday left the company, and those who remained had difficulties with this code. Matchmaking issues. The game had many bots and cheaters that harassed players and made the game problematic. Service issues. The service were unstable and you could be disconnected from the game without any reason. Lack of content. The players wanted content that Valve couldn't no longer provide due to fact that they had abandoned the game. Bugs. Bugs and holes in the code had been present for years, ruining the game, and the anti-cheater was outdated. And so, it seemed we all knew the ending. The game would shut down and players would move on to another project. Team Fortress 2 would go quietly and without bloodshed. But suddenly the community decided to take the game into its own hands and began supporting it independently. They created community, created maps and models to pass the time, made heads, make animation and developed the game without official company support. But then something happened. The game simply began to outlive its competitors. Let's start Team Fortress 2 with Overwatch, with the fact that both games was multiplayer shooters and had similar mechanics. Frankly, at launch, Overwatch had a chance to compete with Team Fortress 2. Not great, but it had one. But due to some poor decision by Blizzard, Overwatch lost miserably. There are several reasons for this. Team Fortress had a memorable style and at the same time while Overwatch emphasized cartooniness. Yes, it's a matter of taste, but still. Then came the loss of players after the closure of this first game and the release the second. Playing Overwatch was boring for me, and Team Fortress 2 was insane hero customization, or correctly class customization, which makes Team Fortress 2 much interesting in gameplay. Let's get straight, okay? So Overwatch could have competed, but due to the series of bad decisions and the historian popularity of Team Fortress 2, it couldn't. The second game was a clear weak link. Paladins. Theoretically, the game has potential, but unfortunately low online players and an overload mechanics make it do. Brink. It has potential, but the low players base before and after the free play transition didn't contribute to its popularity. Super Monday Night Combat. The cost of new data protection system in 2018 excited the game revenue and have players played it. Loadout. Had extensive weapon customization, but closed fairly quickly due to lack of interest. Dirty Bomb. Play a pretty cool game, by the way, but it don't have the online percent to TF2, and due to its low popularity. The games feel vibrant even in 2026. The models are still full of players and as always have a good online presence. They are QTFF modders and they are QT varied, so you definitely won't get bored. As for the class, everything is as always enjoyable and most importantly delicious. Thanks to weapons, you can radically change the way you play with the class, making them QT customizable and compared to other games. As for bot cheaters, they extinct. And thankfully, it's not fashionable to play TF2 without fear of some sniper with a stupid weapon killing you and the moment you peek out from the behind corner. The game has become more enjoyable and, if anything, more converted in some ways. The style and graphics is very pleasant even after almost 17 years after the release. The environment are soft and everything looks beautiful and harmonious. Getting started in 2026 will be difficult for new players, as many source-based mechanics such as double jump are simply not common in modern games. What can we conclude? Right now, the game is very much alive and has its own potential and niche, so now everything will depend on the community. I have no doubt the community, so I believe these guys will only make the game better and better. As for the developers, well, I maybe still hope that one day Valve wake up and get back to polishing such a wonderful game. In the meantime, my dear community, keep working and keep busy. Thanks everyone for watching, please like and subscribe to this channel. Your favorite fox, Lynette, was at the mic. Bye everyone and have a nice matchmaking.